Alright, so I'm going to go over the best contender in every weight division. I'm going based off his skill, not resume, who I just think is the best fighter, not who they've beaten. So, first, start off with flyweight. Brandon Moreno. He was just champion, and I feel like he's better than everybody else apart from Pantoja, really. I mean, Amir Albazi, I think he lost to Kai France. I think Kai France beat him. Like, who? I feel like people don't talk about that, like, enough. Like, that was a fucking robbery. Kai France easily won that shit. Maybe not easily, it's a stretch, but he definitely won that. He's fighting Brandon Marvel. I think he's gonna beat him. I think he beats everybody below him in the rankings. Maybe Kepe. I think Kepe is the only person that might be able to beat him. Everybody else below him, though, I think he beats him, and he probably beats Kepe too. I'm just being a little biased because I like Kepe, but he probably beats the shit out of Kepe. So yeah, I think he's best, and him and Pantoja, if they fight again, it's competitive. It's a competitive fight. It's not a fight that he can't win. I think he loses again, but it's not an impossible fight for him to win. He could win it. So let's go on to bantamweight, Marab. Um, Marab, his pace, the way this guy comes forward, he's almost unstoppable. He just doesn't fucking get off you. He doesn't get off your case. Like, he's just always fucking going forward, attacking, shooting a takedown, throwing something. He has unlimited cardio. He beats most people. The only way you could really beat him is catching him. Like, this guy's a fucking nightmare to deal with. He's a nightmare to deal with. I mean, you could catch him in submission, maybe, if you have good jiu-jitsu, but I think he beats a lot of people in this division. I think he beats almost every contender. But maybe apart from Umar. Umar's coming up, but he hasn't really proved himself. Yeah, I think he beats most people in bantamweight. So yeah, I think he's the best contender. Featherweight, Max Holloway. There is a strong case you can make for Ilia Topuria. I was really considering putting Ilia Topuria, but man, Max Holloway has just been beating everybody besides Volk, so I kind of have to put him here. He's just been beating the shit out of everybody besides Volk. It's kind of put the division in an awkward state. So now he's moving up fighting Max Holloway. But yeah, I think he beats everybody. I think he beats every other contender apart from maybe Ilia. Ilia might beat him, but let's see how Ilia does against Volk first. And then if Ilia loses that, let's put him against another contender. And then maybe him and Max Holloway will fight. But yeah, Max Holloway, his striking's great. He can keep most fights on the feet. He's not super easy to take down. He's not easy to deal with. He's been beating everybody. He put on a masterclass against Cater. He put on a masterclass against Ortega. He had that great fight against Allen. He just flatlined the Korean Zombie. He's looked really good in his recent fights. But you could make a case for Ilia Topuria because how well-rounded he is. He's very good on the feet and he has great grappling. So you could make an argument that he's a more well-rounded fighter than Max Holloway. But I'm just going to go with Max Holloway because he's just been beating the shit out of everybody. Even though it's not about resume, he's just proven himself to be very good and better than everybody else in the division apart from Volk. Lightweight, Charles Oliveira. Man, Charles Oliveira, you watch him fight, he looks beatable, but he's got a ton of heart. He's dangerous on the feet, he's got power, he's super dangerous on the ground. Like, whenever people drop him, they don't want to follow up because he will submit you on the ground. Like, you could drop this guy and go and ground and pound him, and he could just fucking catch you in a submission, bro. I think Islam might be the only person in the division that could beat him. I think he's going to beat Arman. I really think he's going to beat Arman. But if he doesn't beat Arman, then I guess that would make Arman the best contender. But I think he's going to get through Arman. I think he beats Gaethje again, probably. I think he beats Poirier again. I think he beats all these contenders. He's already beaten most of them. I just think that Islam is just on a different level than everybody else. Welterweight, Shavkat Rakhmonov. Now, if you're going off of resume, obviously it's Bilal or Usman, but Usman's on a losing streak. But yeah, Shavkat, he's so well-rounded. 18-0, 18 finishes. He's finished everybody he's fought. He can strike, he can wrestle. He's got great submission game. I'm pretty sure he's the only person to submit Wonderboy. Bilal couldn't submit him. Burns, who has great jiu-jitsu, couldn't submit him. I mean, maybe Burns' jiu-jitsu is a little overrated, but he still got pretty good jiu-jitsu, and he couldn't finish Wonderboy. I mean, Shavkat's got great finishing ability on the ground. He's got some pretty decent striking on the feet, and I feel like he's just the best contender. I think he beats Leon. I think he beats Bilal. I think he beats mate. Honestly, no, Usman might beat him. It's a hot take, but Usman might beat him. But I think he beats a lot of people. I think he does beat a lot of people. Sean Strickland. Yeah, I think him and Jerkis had a close fight. I was really considering putting Izzy here. I was even considering maybe putting Hamzat. But the thing is with Strickland is he just beat Izzy, so that might put him above Izzy. Because I know a lot of people say, oh, Izzy's proven himself more, he's done more shit. But Strickland did just beat him, so it gives him an edge over him on being the best contender. And he just had a really close fight with the champ. You could argue that he should still be champion right now. I think he beats a lot of these contenders. I think he does. I know he lost to Jared Cannonier, but in a rematch, it's still probably a very competitive fight. But now he's champion. I feel like he's like trying to elevate himself a little bit to like a new level. He probably beats Cannonier in a rematch. Um, I think just after losing your belt in a really close fight, the Drickus, you could really argue he won that fight. I couldn't even decide who won at the end. That was such a competitive fight. But yeah, I feel like Strickland is the best contender in this division. Magomed Ankalaev, he does it. He can do it all again. He's very well rounded. He's great on the ground. He's getting a lot better on the feet. He just knocked out Johnny Walker, who doesn't have the best chin, but he did knock him out. You got to give him credit where credit's due. He can strike. He can do everything. He's so well rounded. Um, you could also have a very good case to put Jamal Hill here, but I just feel like if Magomed fights Jamal Hill, he might beat him because of the wrestling. I know Jamal Hill's got good takedown defense, but I could just see Magomed doing good enough on the feet to not get caught or anything, and just landing enough takedowns to be able to hold him down on the ground and pick up a decision. I think there's a good chance he beats Pereira too. I know Pereira's leg kicks would be a fucking problem for him, but if he gets Pereira on the ground, he probably finishes him. So yeah, I think Magomed's the best contender in that division. He's finishing power on the feet. Um, he's got great wrestling, so he's dangerous everywhere. For heavyweight, I put Sergey, and before you guys say Tom Aspinall, I'm not counting him because he's a champion. He's an interim champion. I'm only counting contenders. I think Sergey's a fucking monster. I think he's got good takedown defense. In the Curtis Blades fight, I know Curtis Blades only shot one takedown, but he looked very like strong. He took that shit down. He defended that easily, and I feel like he's just really been working on his takedown defense ever since that fight that he had with Overeem. So yeah, I think he beats a lot of people, and he is super dangerous on the feet. I know Aspinall caught him and knocked him out, but he still beats a lot of these contenders, and I would love to see him versus Gon. There's a strong argument that you could put for Gon here. You could even make an argument for Almeida, but I don't know. I just feel like Sergey's a monster for everybody. He's a nightmare for everybody to deal with. Sergey's no joke, man. So yeah, I feel like he's the best contender, apart from Aspinall, who I count as a champion. Well, he's an interim champion, which is a form of being a champion. So yeah, um, I'm done now. Like, comment, subscribe, all that. Peace out.